Percy's Passengers. Percy was talking to James in the shed at the big station.
My guard was telling me how lonely he is in his van. I think he should take some passengers sometimes to cheer him up.
He's not allowed to,
said James virtuously.
It's against regulations. Guards are important people, and the passengers might distract them when they couldn't look after the train properly.
Oh dear. I suppose they might.
They do it on the mainland. Somebody told me about it when I went to Castle. That's special. But they don't do it on the other railway. They do it on some reserved lines where they don't have any coaches.
You see, James?
Said Percy triumphantly.
Oh, well, if they haven't any coaches, then that's different. I'm sure the Fat Controller wouldn't approve.
Percy puffed away to collect some trucks from the harbour. Meanwhile, on the branch line, some passengers got out of Henrietta at the station by the airfield. They all went through the ticket barrier, except for two, a man and a woman.
You've come too far, I'm afraid. You're going to have to go back to the last station.
The two people looked at him. Then they looked at each other and shook their heads.
Last station? You must go back.
There was a pause. Then the man said something to his wife in a language that the ticket inspector didn't understand a word of.
Ich glaube, sagt, dass wir auf dem falschen Bahnhof sind. Aber wo sind wir dann jetzt? Wir wissen nicht, wann der nächste Zug kommt.
The ticket inspector then asked a porter to bring the station master over. A short time later, Percy came sauntering along the line with his trucks from the harbour. He saw the signal at the airfield station set to danger and the station master waiting on the platform.
There must have been an accident. Oh, I hope nobody's hurt.
Just then, the station master came over with two of the people.
Ah, Percy, there you are. I'm giving your guard these two passengers to ride in his van. They're foreigners who came too far on Toby's train by mistake. Will you stop at the station by the river and let them off there, please?
Percy was puzzled.
Passengers?
Percy asked as the guard led the foreigners to his van.
But this is a goods train.
I know that, Percy. That's why they'll be travelling in your guard's brakevan.
But James says it's against It's not allowed, sir.
Quite right, Percy. So it is. But I don't think James or the Fat Controller will mind us helping two foreign visitors on our island who can't understand our language.
That made it all right, of course.
Right, off you go, Percy.
The guard saw his visitors were as comfortable as he could make them in his van. When, a few minutes later, they reached the station they wanted, they came to the front of the train to see Percy. They nodded and shook hands with the driver and fireman. The guard then showed them to a taxi that was waiting to take them on the rest of their journey. A few weeks later, a parcel arrived with brightly coloured foreign stamps. Inside were warm new scarves and gloves for Percy's driver, fireman and guard. There was also a letter addressed to the Fat Controller saying how splendid his railway was. Percy didn't tell James about his special passengers, as that might make him jealous.